Hello and welcome. You're watching Business Today Television. I'm Sakshi Batra and this is your favorite show, Daily Calls, a show that answers all your stock-related queries on the program. Now, in case you are here for the first time, the WhatsApp number is flashing on your screen. Send me your questions here along with your name, location and your contact details. We can also give you a chance to speak to our top guests live to take a custom-made advice for yourself. Now, you can also log on to our YouTube channel, that's Business Today. Go on to Daily Calls Live. Use the comment section there to also send me your questions. I'll be happy to address that with our top guests as well. Let me quickly look at how the markets are shaping up. Well, not too well. If you look at how we started off, we did start at 25,100 odd in the opening session, and thereafter we've actually slipped towards the low point of the day. We've tested 25,000. This is for the first time after June 24th that the markets have slipped below 25,000 mark. We are now also below 24,950 at this point in time. There's a 166 point of a drop on the markets. Now remember, we were in a very narrow band of a range from the last couple of sessions, but today we're also testing that 24,950 mark yet again. All the sectors in a while back were all in the red, but right now you're again seeing some pickup happen from the bottom of the day on IT, on metals, on media stocks. But private banks, they continue to reel under pressure. Remember, Axis Bank is to be blamed for that, 1.3% of a drop on private banking index today, and Axis Bank that has reported its weak set of earnings, especially larger than expected slippages that have actually come in. Although from the day's low point there also has been some recovery on Axis Bank. It's right now trading at 1112 odd levels, 4% down. You also have some of the other names within the banking space like ahead of earnings, ICICI, HDFC, they're also trading lower. SBI Life, Shriram Finance, Bharti Airtel, these are the pockets that are low, but IT is seeing some pickup after earnings. Wipro is higher, Tata Steel from the metals pack is higher, IndusInd Bank from the private banks is bucking the trend. You can see an 873 kind of a move on that one. So that's how things are shaping up. L&T Finance is up within the F&O band. It's one of the top mover. Tata Communications post earnings is also higher. Dalmia Bharat is another one that's also on the higher side right now. Let me quickly now welcome our guest on board. And we are now joined by Kush Kodasara, market expert, joining in on the program with us to help us with his views on the markets. Warm welcome, Kush. Good to have you with us. Well, what do you make of this testing of 25,000, 24,950 in the intraday trade today? What is, do you think this is only because of the earnings reaction on the banking space that we are seeing, and this could improve for the better, or are we at the risk of further slipping from these levels now, Kush?
Good afternoon, Shashi. Thank you for having me on the show. Definitely, I know, looking at the charts pattern right now, I think this is just the beginning. I don't feel that this is just a technical correction, but maybe a start of a new downtrend. As you rightly mentioned, we have been trading below 25,000 for the first time after a long period of time. Secondly, if you look at the Bank Nifty chart, I mean, 56,500 was acting as a strong support since the 26th of June. And the first time we are trading below the same. Around weekly charts, I mean, things are turning around badly for the Bank Nifty. So I believe if we close below 56,500 today on the weekly charts, I mean, the nightmare is ahead. Surely Nifty has strong support at 24,750. But I think tables have turned around, because look at the defense stocks, which were, the major contributor to the rally from 24 to 25,500. They are also turning down. So except for a few pockets, most of the stocks have turned around. So I believe this is the beginning of a new downtrend. But yes, confirmation will be on the closing.
Okay. Kush, we already are getting some questions on our YouTube channel for all of our viewers of Daily Calls. They're asking their questions to you. So we'll start off with the Q&A round before coming to the macro discussion on the markets again. We'll take this first question from one of our viewers. This is Sandeep Pancharya, and he wants to know about Enviro Infra. Okay, let me just pull up this stock for all our viewers to see. Enviro Infra Engineers share is what he's asking about. 296 is the current level. Today it's up by 6.5%. So volumes are good. In the last 1 month, the stock has already jumped 37% odd. So the going has been strong for this one. Sandeep's question is that can I buy it right now? And in case I have a short-term view, what is the target that I can expect on this one? Beyond the 37% rally in the last 1 month, is there further steam, Kush?
Definitely. Fundamentally, I'm not tracking the stock, but yes, technically, we may see some strong momentum ahead. We have seen a breakout today after 4 days of constant resisting at 285. So definitely a fresh breakout. Maybe volumes are little dried up, but yes, you can hold on to the stock with the trailing stop loss at 285. On the upside, if you see any price around 320, you can book profits.
Okay, fair point. I hope this has helped you out, Sandeep, in addressing the query that you've asked. Let's look at the next one. This one is from Satya. Satya says, "Good afternoon, Sakshi. Can you please help me understand? Is it better to switch from my current position in office space solutions to any other stock for a medium term investment? There's also a choice of stock that he himself is also looking at as an alternative bet, and that that stock is EFC, that's Ellington Finance. No, I'll just quickly look at the key stock there. All right, let me just quickly look at that stock, but in the meanwhile, I'll just ask Kush if he can suggest on office, is the structure looking weak? Should one exit from the current levels?
Definitely, today for the first time, stock has breached the support of 10 days moving average after a long time. So yes, structure has shaken up a bit, but closing, if we close below 645, so the strategy for the trader could be in last 15 minutes of trade today, if the stock is below 645, exit the stock. Investing for a short term to a newer stock, maybe wait over the weekend. Let's see how Monday opening would be on the markets and then take a call. So for you, the strategy is hold on till 315 today. If the stock is below 645, exit it. Fresh entry in a new stock will take on Monday.
Okay, got that. So I think I am not able to get the stock that you are yourself asking, Satya, on EFC. Kush, have you spotted this stock at all? EFC, is it listed on only BSE? Maybe I'm unable to spot this one on my system. Do you have a stock called EFC with you?
No, no, no. I
No.
also not. Maybe it could be PFC by mistake. Maybe I'm not sure.
Probably, but Satya, will wait for you to, probably just help us out with the, kind of stock that you have listed on the stock. I think he's talking about a stock called EFCI Limited. It's only a BSE listed stock, I believe. Unable to get
Okay.
charts of it at 340 odd levels. I think it is trading at.
Okay,
Kush, any idea
EFCI
on this one?
Limited. Yes, I
Yeah.
just wanted to talk AFCI Limited on the BSC. So, volumes are very dried up. I'm not sure about the fundamentals. It is a wholesale distribution company. That's what I can see at a glance. Technically, it is in the range of 320 to 340. So, I recommend not to shift your investment as of now. Just wait till closing bell. And if office is below the support level, then 645, then you exit it. New investment for medium term, I believe, Sakshi, I think if markets are turning around, it won't be a good, thing to trade for short term.
Okay, got that. I hope Satya this has helped you out. Let's look at the next one. This one is from Mr. Dasaradi. He says, "Hi Sakshi, I'm holding EMS limited shares in my portfolio." Let me just quickly pull up this one. Currently, the stock is trading at 631, 3% higher, and you've got the stock at 625, so you are in profits. The question is, what is the future outlook on this company? About a 5 rupee per share kind of a profit is what he's sitting on.
So, if you're a short-term trader or investor, for if he is invested for short term, I would recommend him to book profits, because today is a day where you are making profits when markets are turning around. So, this is the best opportunity to book out. For long term, maybe we need to check out fundamentally, but technically, I feel the stock is still on the sideways momentum. So, book profits.
Okay, I hope this has helped you out in taking a decision on your holding right there. Let's take another one. We have this first question from our WhatsApp also, so let's take this. Lakshmi is asking from Hyderabad. She wants to know about Anup Engineering. The question is that I've already bought 69 shares. My average price is 2,762. What is the view on this stock? If I have a 1 year view, can I continue to hold on? What is your suggestion on this one, Kush?
Definitely, stock is maybe it's in some profits. Currently trading at 28, 27. I have not studied the stock particular in detail, but yes, sector-wise, I have done some ground level survey, and I think engineering companies are waiting for what tariff would be from the US, because biggest export market right now is US after Chinese demand has shifted to India. So maybe there might be volatile moves on the stock and as a sector. I recommend to keep strict stop loss at 2770, which is 20 weeks average. So almost you can say 4 months average. So definitely I would recommend to hold on to the stock right now, but keep a strict stop loss at 2770. Anything below that, the stock can touch 2000. So as of now, stock is looking sideways. So it could go either way on the tariff announcement. So wait, but keep the strict stop loss.
Okay, fair point. I hope this has also helped you out in understanding what exactly should your strategy be. Taking the next one, this one is from Akhilesh. He says, sir, I have 50 shares of pre-call. I bought this stock at 453. I also have Jupiter Wagon in my portfolio at 340. Any suggestion on pre-call and Jupiter Wagon from the railway space, pre-call from the auto ancillary space?
So pre-call, starting with pre-call, I would recommend to exit. Definitely, it's in the tight range since last 20 sessions, but today it has been in pressure since the opening with pressure. So definitely, I think if auto sector is going to see some slowdown, OEMs will also, auto parts will also see some pressure. You can exit the stock right now, and we can re-enter at around 420. So we can review it again at around 420. Jupiter Wagon, I think definitely I'm not a fan of. Railway stocks as of now. Stock could touch 320 where there is a technically a gap, and indicators have turned south. So definitely exit on both the stock.
Okay, a fair point. Let's take another one. This one is from Nikhil Agarwal. Nikhil Agarwal wants to know about Mamta Machinery. Okay, we'll pick up this stock too and see how the stock is trading at. Currently at 492 odd levels for Mamta Machinery. The question is that I already have this stock at 495 in my portfolio. So you are, slightly in profits that we can look at the current levels. And the question is, can you please tell me a target and a stop loss for the same?
So definitely, Mamta Machinery is a newly listed stock in 2025. So technical long-term charts are history is very bit low, but I can give a stop loss at 475 if you are an investor. If you are a trader, keep a stop loss at 485. On the upside, I think 525 to 560 is a good level to exit.
Okay, fair point. I hope, Nikhil, this has helped you out in taking a right decision for yourself. Next, Lalit writes in. He says, I've bought BEL shares, that's Bharat Electronics shares, 90 shares at an average level of about 393. The question is, can I sell this stock to stay away from losses or should I continue to hold on to it? Okay, interesting one. We have actually seen strong momentum in BEL. And you've bought it around the same level that the stock is trading at. So we've actually seen it improve from 250 odd levels all the way up to 400 odd levels, and now you've bought it nearly at the peak. Let's find out from Kush, what is the outlook on BEL?
So as a disclosure, yesterday only I gave a short call on BL to my clients at around 408. So for the short term, I believe stock is going to trend downwards because on weekly charts and as we discussed, so actually defense stocks are on a down move. So definitely for a short term, 365 is what I am expecting on the counter. So if you are a short term trader, definitely exit right now. But if you are a long term investor, just hold it. We'll average it down on the lower levels. So strategy is different for the what type of investment you are looking for. So if you're a trader, definitely exit.
Okay, let's take another one then. We'll take some questions from our WhatsApp too. Mohit from Ludhiana says, Good afternoon. Good afternoon to you, Mohit. The question is on SAIL, Steel Authority of India Limited. He has 500 shares at Steel Authority at the rate of 104. And his time horizon is actually long, 3 years is what he can hold on to. And he wants you to please guide him on the same. So he's sitting on profits. 134 is the current level. He got it at 104. Can he continue to hold on for the next 3 years?
Definitely a good stock to hold on, and he has entered at a smart price. And
Yeah.
stock has a good dividend paying history. So just hold on the upside. Minimum what I can expect from stock is 175 plus the dividend appreciation. So you have entered at a good level. Don't worry about the market volatility. Just hold on.
Okay, hold on. Good stock to hold for next 3 years, and you've got it also at the good price. So don't worry about it. Continue to hold on. Ravi from Delhi says, Sakshi ma'am and Kush sir को नमस्कार. नमस्कार आपको भी रवि जी. Question है आपका प्रोग्राम बहुत अच्छा लगता है. Thank you so much for writing, Ravi, that you're enjoying our program. इसी तरीके से आप शो देखते रहिए और उम्मीद यही करते हैं कि हमारे सभी मार्केट के गेस्ट आपको सही राय देकर सही दिशा बता पा रहे हैं स्टॉक मार्केट में कैसे आपको आगे बढ़ना है. तो इनका जो सवाल है जीएमआर एयरपोर्ट इंफ्रा को लेकर है. कुछ आज 1000 शेयर्स ये होल्ड करते हैं. प्राइस इनका है 102 का. और दूसरा शेयर है रतन इंडिया पावर जो कि 16.5 के लेवल्स पर लिया हुआ है. 6000 शेयर शॉर्ट टर्म के लिए पूछना चाहते हैं आपसे कि क्या नज़रिया है आपका इन दोनों स्टॉक्स पर. जीएमआर एयरपोर्ट भी इनकी खरीद से नीचे आ चुका है. 100 रुपये के आसपास खरीदा था इन्होंने और 16.5 के भाव पर रतन इंडिया पावर खरीदा है. पिछले कुछ दिनों में मोमेंटम अच्छा आया था लेकिन उसके बाद भी एक बार रेजिस्टेंस देखने को मिल रहा है 16 के लेवल्स पर. इस स्टॉक में भी काफ़ी सारे इन निवेशकों ने पैसा लगाया था जब रतन इंडिया के पूरे सभी ग्रुप स्टॉक्स में एक मोमेंटम आना शुरू हुआ था. कैसे देखते हैं आप इन दोनों स्टॉक्स को अभी?
तो अभी रतन इंडिया से स्टार्ट करें तो मेरा मानना
ठीक
है
है.
कि इससे अवॉइड करो कंप्लीटली. न्यूज आती है, लोग ले लेते हैं, फिर रिटेल इन्वेस्टर्स फंस जाते हैं. आई नो पेनी स्टॉक्स में इन्वेस्ट करके लोगों को दुगना तिगना करना होता है, बट आपका हार्ड एंड मनी है, क्यों रिस्क लेना है ये सब स्टॉक्स में जब अच्छे स्टॉक्स आपको डिस्काउंट में मिल रहा है. तो रतन इंडिया कंप्लीटली मेरा रिकमेंडेशन एग्जिट करो. जीएमआर एयरपोर्ट पे और जीएमआर पावर पे आई एम वेरी मच बुलिश फॉर द लॉन्ग टर्म. आई वुड सजेस्ट कि आप लॉन्ग टर्म के लिए इसमें इन्वेस्टेड रहो जीएमआर में. आई थिंक लॉन्ग टर्म स्कोप जीएमआर एयरपोर्ट्स का काफी है. इंडिया में जिस हिसाब से फ्लाइट की डिमांड बढ़ रही है, नंबर ऑफ एयरपोर्ट्स का जो अनाउंसमेंट हुआ है, आई एम श्योर जीएमआर इज गोइंग टू बेनिफिट आउट ऑफ इट विद द न्यू एयरपोर्ट ऑल्सो. तो शॉर्ट टर्म का व्यू इसमें मत रखिए, इसमें होल्ड कीजिए. 80 के स्टॉप लॉस है लॉन्ग टर्म के लिए. आपको मिनिमम 140 145 के लेवल्स दिख सकते हैं विद स्टॉप लॉस ऑफ 80. तो रिस्क टू रेशियो भी काफी अच्छा है. So GMR, I would recommend to hold, whereas Ratan India exit. Don't think of trading in GMR for short term.
ठीक है. तो जीएमआर और रतन इंडिया पावर दोनों पर आपको राय मिल चुकी है. डेफिनेटली इस राय को फॉलो करें और आगे बढ़ें और बेहतर स्टॉक्स में आप निवेश करें. नेक्स्ट हम लेते हैं सवाल रूपेश अग्रवाल का. ये महाराष्ट्र से हैं. ये कैंपस शेयर के बारे में पूछ रहे हैं. कैंपस एक्टिवेयर 293 पर लिया हुआ है. 4000 शेयर्स हैं. शॉर्ट टर्म के लिए क्या राय होगी?
शॉर्ट टर्म के लिए मुझे लग रहा है कि शायद इसमें थोड़ा करेक्शन आ सकता है. आई बिलीव स्टॉक हैज सीन अ गुड रैली इन रिसेंट पास्ट. तो थोड़ा करेक्शन यहाँ पे 290 के नीचे आएगा तो 245 टू 250 की रेंज में आ सकता है. सो इफ यू आर अ शॉर्ट टर्म ट्रेडर, कीप अ स्ट्रिक्ट स्टॉप लॉस एट 290.
ओके, गॉट दैट. चलिए अगला सवाल भी लेते हैं. कुछ सवाल व्हाट्सएप यूट्यूब के जरिए भी ले लेते हैं. सवाल हमारे पास आया है अरिहंत पंत का. ये मदरसन सुमी वायरिंग के ऊपर और आदित्य बिरला कैपिटल, इन दोनों के ऊपर आपसे आपकी राय जानना चाहते हैं. दोनों को होल्ड किया हुआ है अपने पोर्टफोलियो में. मदरसन सुमी वायरिंग जो है ये 58 पर लिया हुआ है. आदित्य बिरला कैपिटल जो है 275 की खरीद है इनकी.
तो मदरसन सुमी वायरिंग में मेरा मानना है कि लॉन्ग टर्म के लिए अगर बाय किया हुआ है तो होल्ड कीजिए. आई थिंक कॉर्पोरेट एक्शन है आज. तो ओवरऑल दिस इज अ वेरी मल्टी बैगर स्टॉक फॉर अ लॉन्ग टर्म, यानी मिनिमम 5 साल का अगर आपका नजरिया है तो मदरसन सुमी वायरिंग को होल्ड कर सकते हैं. एबी कैपिटल में आई एम लिटिल बिट थोड़ा मैं एनबीएफसी में आई एम कॉशियस राइट नाउ. आई वुड सजेस्ट टू एग्जिट बिकॉज वी हैव सीन अ गुड रैली ओवरऑल इन दी सेगमेंट. एंड ये स्टॉक में खास करके 160 से लेके 260 in this matter of 4 months. I believe this stock could correct up to 240. So AB Capital exit and hold Motherson wiring.
मदरसन वायरिंग ओके। अगला सवाल भी ले लेते हैं और ये सवाल हमारे पास आया है विनीत कुलकर्णी का। ये डेयरी सेक्टर से आपसे पूछना चाहते हैं, हटसन एग्रो को चुने, डोडला डेयरी को चुने, दोनों में से कौन सा स्टॉक का आपको डेयरी स्पेस से पसंद आ रहा है और लॉन्ग टर्म का इनका नजरिया है, तो डेयरी स्पेस में कोई स्टॉक जो टेक्निकली भी चार्ट्स में बढ़िया हो?
डेफिनेटली मुझे लग रहा है कि ओवरऑल ये स्टॉक में अभी यहाँ पे मैं रुकूंगा, क्योंकि आप देखो तो मार्केट्स आर मेकिंग लोअर लोज। सो फ्रेश इन्वेस्टमेंट के लिए अभी रेकमेंड करना थोड़ा मुश्किल हो रहा है।
ओके, फ्रेश इन्वेस्टमेंट अभी आपको नहीं करना चाहिए, थोड़ा बाजार को संभल जाने दीजिए और उसके बाद एक ट्रेंड को देखते हुए ही आप राय दोबारा लीजिए। नेक्स्ट कोमल का बैंगलोर से सवाल है, लिखती हैं, हेलो साक्षी, हाय कोमल, हाउ यू? द क्वेश्चन इज ऑन टाटा पावर। शी हैज़ 100 शेयर्स priced at 380 and the question is, should I hold or sell? Power space has also been only seeing, names like Power Grid, NTPC, Coal India, PFC, REC now come back. But what about the private majors? These used to be always seen as one of those smart move makers, but right now they are in consolidation at 409. What would you say?
Yes, definitely. Tata Power as a disclosure, I'm holding the stock for long-term investment,
Yeah.
and still I am recommending this stock. Tata Group stocks are always, Sakshi, they are slow movers, but they always build wealth for investors. I mean, they are not a trader stock. In short term, we might not get that high beta momentum. So if you're a long-term investor who wants to invest for 10 to 15 years, or maybe you want to gift the portfolio to your next generation, Tata Power is something you should hold on. I'm sure the way they are, expanding in renewable energies, next 10 years are going to be for Tata Power in private sector. So I think it's a mammoth. So hold it. I mean, you won't see, you will be frustrated if you compare it with some other power stocks. But I believe this should be in your portfolio.
ओके, गॉट दैट। चलिए अगला सवाल लेते हैं और ये सवाल हमारे पास आया है ऐश्वर्या तिवारी का। ये गोंदा यूपी से हैं और लिखते हैं कि निपॉन लाइफ एसेट मैनेजमेंट कंपनी के ऊपर, नैम इंडिया के ऊपर कैसे आपका व्यू है? 849 पर फिलहाल चल रहा है, इनकी खरीद 680 की है, तो प्रॉफिट्स में है और इसके लिए बधाई आपको ऐश्वर्या जी कि आपने बढ़िया प्राइस पे नैम इंडिया को लिया है। 650 से ऑलमोस्ट 680 से आपने लिया हुआ है, 850 का प्राइस तो अब देखने को मिल रहा है। यहाँ पर अगले 6 मंथ्स का व्यू बताइए कुछ, और इनके लिए कुछ ये सजेस्ट कीजिए कि कहाँ पर प्रॉफिट बुक करें।
हाँ, मुझे लग रहा है कि यहाँ पे अभी निपॉन लाइफ में ये लेवल पे आप प्रॉफिट बुक कर सकते हो। आई
ठीक है।
थिंक थोड़ा थोड़ा अगर मार्केट में करेक्शन आएगा तो ये सब में भी थोड़ा असर आएगा। सो आई एम ऑफ अ व्यू कि इफ यू आर अ शॉर्ट टर्म ट्रेडर या इन्वेस्टर और वापस अगर ये स्टॉक को खरीदना चाहते हो तो अभी फिलहाल शॉर्ट टर्म के लिए एग्जिट कर लो। नीचे अराउंड 820 अगर आता है वापस, 820 सॉरी 800, 5% correction is what I'm expecting. So we can re-enter around 800.
ठीक है, चलिए उम्मीद करते हैं यहाँ पर भी आपको राय जो मिली है आप इसे फॉलो करेंगे और इससे आपको फ़ायदा होगा। सुनील कुमार हैं आसनसोल से, लिखते हैं, गुड आफ्टरनून मैम, प्लीज़ कैन यू व्यू चोला इन्वेस्टमेंट फॉर बाइंग फॉर शॉर्ट टर्म 6 to 9 months इज़ अ व्यू दैट आई हैव ऑन चोला इन्वेस्टमेंट। ओके, इसमें भी यहाँ पर ले लेते हैं एक व्यू चोला इन्वेस्टमेंट के शेयर को। अगर हम देखें 1557 पर ये चल रहा है, पिछले 1 मंथ का चार्ट देखें तो फ्लैटिश विद नेगेटिव बायस रहा है, लेकिन 6 महीने में 25% तक का अपमूव आपको देखने को मिला है। ये स्टॉक कैसा लगता है अभी आपको, चोला इन्वेस्टमेंट का?
चोला इन्वेस्टमेंट अगेन एज आई सेड, एनबीएफसीज में मैं थोड़ा अभी एग्जिट के मूड में हूँ। आई थिंक एनबीएफसी, आप एक्सिस बैंक का रिजल्ट देख के समझ सकते हो कि फाइनेंशियल सेक्टर में ओवरऑल थोड़ा प्रेशर आएगा। तो एनबीएफसी विल बी हार्डेस्ट हिट। आई थिंक 1500 के नीचे अगर ये स्टॉक जाता है 1380 तक आ सकता है। माई व्यू इज एग्जिट और अवॉइड। वी विल रिव्यू इट अराउंड 1380 टू री एंटर।
ओके, चलिए यहाँ पर भी आपको राय मिल चुकी है। नेक्स्ट हम लेते हैं एक सवाल हमारे पास आया है मिस्टर कोत्र चंद्रहास का। ये पूछ रहे हैं सोना BLW के बारे में और लिखते हैं कि हाय साक्षी, आई वांट टू नो अबाउट दिस स्टॉक एंड व्हाट इज द आउटलुक ऑन द व्यू दैट दे आर पार्टनरिंग विद BYD. What is your view on the investment of this one? You're right. Yesterday we did see a rally of almost 7.5% on Sona BLW on the back of news reports that the company is in advanced talks to supply EV components also to the Chinese EV manufacturer BYD, and that's why the stock really moved up sharply. Kush, would this have further legs to the rally that started yesterday?
Definitely, technically we are witnessing some good breakouts after yesterday's rally. 470 is a good support. On a safer side, 465 can be a stop loss and hold the stock for 560. Only my major concern is it's Chinese company supplying to a Chinese company. So if there is any tariff war and even if we put some tariff on China, then this company would be affected. So don't expose yourself, expose your portfolio much to this stock. You should have the stock in your portfolio, but take a baby steps in investing in this stock.
All right, take baby steps there. Definitely look at the advice that's been shared by our guest for you. Let's take the next one. This is Arun from Tamil Nadu. Arun says, I have bought 100 shares of Orient Electric. I purchased this in June of 2024. My purchase level is 247. I want to know, should I continue to hold on or should I switch to any other stock for the next 6 months?
Maybe you can hold on to Orient Electric. Chart is looking good. I mean, shifting to other stock, all the stocks charts are same today itself. So maybe going from one place to another for short term is not recommending. Other you can hold on to your existing position, but keep strict stop loss at 220 because since last 20 trading sessions we are taking support at 220. So with the stop loss at 220, hold on to the stop. On the upside, 245 or 250 is the range where you should book profit.
Okay, fair point. I hope this has also answered your question. Let me just take one more question and then we'll come to your choice of stocks. We have this question from Vinod Chaudhary. He says, hi, I need a long-term view on TD Power Systems. I have a 2 to 4 year time horizon and I can actually go for a multiple entry point as well. So if you could also suggest what all are the good entry points to look at TD Power Systems for 2 to 4 years.
So for TD Power Systems, I believe stock is turning around on the south side. We may see around 400 to 425 levels in coming few months. So as a investor, you should start buying in parts. Currently, we are trading around 495. So buy 10% at around 480, uh, then around 460. So buy in parts. Start buying. Don't wait for exactly at the pinpoint of 425. So next 4 months, we may see around 400 to 425 levels. So every dip you start accumulating for a long term. Weekly charts are suggesting good opportunities in next 4 to 5 years. So good stock you have chosen on, but buy in parts.
Okay, fair point. I hope this has also helped you out in understanding what exactly should your thought process be on the stock. We'll come, Kush, to your own choice of stocks. You have in the past, suggested a lot of key stocks and sectors that you are keenly focused on. Amidst the earnings season, thick of action, and of course in the second half of the current calendar year, what exactly would your focus be?
So for a short-term trader, my advice would be going short on markets, just with the stop loss of 25,250 on Nifty and with the stop loss of 56,550 on Bank Nifty, you can go short on the markets. Carry forward that shorts for Monday, Tuesday. But if you're an investor, Sakshi, these next 5 months are crucial and are going to be very important for long-term investors to chip in money. I know,
Okay.
once market goes down, people are in fear and then they miss the opportunity. So I would suggest you start investing in long-term stocks. You should focus on FMCG stocks, something like Tata Consumer or ITC, for hotel industry because the way tourism is picking up in India, I think next 5 years are for tourism. So any dip in Lemon Tree hotels and ITC hotels, you should have both the stocks in your portfolio because Lemon Tree focuses on business segment, category hotels, ITC luxury, so you can play both. Even Bharti Airtel is my favorite stock all time because data is the new oxygen. Without data, we are not going to survive. So these are the five stocks I would recommend you guys to start investing. Don't wait for to pick the bottom. Start investing in every dip, and you will have a good average. You will realize it after 5 years that this was a good strategy.
Absolutely. Well, Kush, fantastic strategy there that you suggested. So, for viewers who are having a short term horizon, there could be the market weakness that one could look at, and therefore, Kush has suggested shorts on the index level on the Nifty Bank as well. But for long term investors, he clearly says that this time will be something that everybody will look back and say this would have been a great time in the hindsight to invest in. So start putting in your chips in case you are a very long-term investor. Next over 4 to 5 months during the weakness in the markets, if it persists, you will be able to get a lot of opportunities to dip. He's talked about the 5 stocks, and we'll definitely chunk this out for our viewers to see. And of course, I hope that all of you have noted this down too. All right, Kush, we'll thank you then for being with us on the program today and for helping all our viewers out with solving their queries. Thank you so much. All right, viewers, the markets are still jittery. You can see 24,941. There's a 170 point of a dip. So we are near the low point of the day. But like you all know that we are in the thick of earning season, and the one most important earning that's going to be coming in today after the market hours is going to be the big boy Reliance Industries earnings, the largest company by market cap and valuation listed on the stock exchanges. And when such a large conglomerate posts its earnings, the markets definitely keep attention to it. It has the potential, in case there are wild swings on the stocks, to move the market as well. So that's why it becomes very, very important. It also becomes important because FY25 had rather panned out, to be a muted one for Reliance Industries on the stock price performance, and also on the earnings front, there hasn't been too much of enthusiasm. But will things change from the current fiscal year? That's Q1 of FY26, the earnings that will be reported today. Let's find out from my colleague Asim, who's right here. By doing all the number crunching, he's going to help us understand what can you really expect from Reliance Industries today. Take it away.
Thanks, Sakshi. So, after a lackluster performance in the March quarter, the Mukesh Ambani-led conglomerate is expected to see a turnaround this time. Things to watch out for during the earnings are oil to chemicals business margin, retail revenue growth, ARPU in the telecom business, and subscriber base growth. Brokerage Motilal Oswal said that investors will focus on further clarity on rupees 75,000 crore announcements in the new energy business, growth in retail store additions, and any pricing actions in the telecom segment. Kotak Equities believes that Reliance quarter-on PAT is expected to see a healthy one-off gain of nearly rupees 9,000 crore from Asian Paints stake sale. It expects consolidated EBITDA to rise 15.4% on a year-on-year basis and 2.1% quarter-on-quarter, with a 19% year-on-year increase from oil to chemicals, digital and retail segments. This is expected to be offset by weak exploration and production business, said Kotak Institutional Equities. EBITDA for retail can rise 20% year-on-year and 1.4% on a quarter-on-quarter basis. For the oil to chemical segment, EBITDA may rise by 19% year-on-year and 3.5% quarter-on-quarter on likely better margins, partly offset by refinery shutdown. However, quarter-one EBITDA for exploration and production may decline 7.5% year-on-year and 6% quarter-on-quarter on lower volumes and realizations. Another brokerage, Equirus, it expects a 30% rise in net profit on a year-on-year basis amid a muted growth in revenue. The strong growth, the brokerage believes, would be led by retail, telecom and oil to chemicals division. Equirus estimates EBITDA to rise by 15% year-on-year and slightly up quarter-on-quarter, led by strong Jio, mid-double-digit growth in retail and steady oil to chemicals business performance, while oil and gas is likely to moderate. For Jio, Equirus expects EBITDA to rise 19%, led by 14% ARPU growth and subscriber additions sequentially. Retail segment may deliver a EBITDA growth of 15%. ICICI Securities said RIL is likely to see a sharp 18% increase in its retail segment's earnings, while its Jio is likely to deliver a 17% rise in EBITDA. Another brokerage, Nuvama, sees net profit as 19,443 crore. The brokerage sees revenue falling 4.4% year-on-year to rupees 2.21 lakh crore and sees RIL reporting a 16% year-on-year rise in consolidated EBITDA. Back to you, Sakshi.
All right. Well, thanks a lot, Asim, for giving us all of those overview points as far as what can be expected from Reliance Industries in Q1 of FY26. Well, most of the analysts do expect the operational performance EBITDA to be in the range of 15 to 16 odd percent. There's a large expectation of an average 30% growth on the profitability figure as well as far as Q1 is concerned. However, keep in mind that a one-time gain could also be in focus because of the sale of stake in Asian Paints, and that must have added on to the bottom line as well in the company. So keep an eye out on all of those announcements for sure. Overall, the expectation is that at least the three divisions, that is Geo, that's the telecom business, oil to chemicals business, as well as retail, are going to be powering the space ahead in this quarterly earnings as well. Most of the analysts also expect that this could definitely be one of the best quarters that the Mukesh Ambani led group Reliance Industries may see, at least if you compare in the last 1.5 years or 18 months odd, this could be one of the best quarters that we will see. So we'll keep an eye out on what Reliance Industries finally comes to in terms of the earnings today in the evening post market hours comes to. Thanks a lot, Asim, for sharing all that update. Let's go across to our guest. Mr. Kranti Batini joins in. He's the Director of Research at Wealth Mill Securities. And let's go across to him to understand on Reliance itself. Mr. Batini, warm welcome. Good afternoon to you. Good to have you with us. You know, we were just talking about Reliance Industries, the earnings that are going to be reported today after the market hours. Now, most of the analyst estimates that my colleague Asim has highlighted are pointing out to an improved performance both on the operational level as well as on the bottom line revenue front as well. And of course, on the triple segments that we are looking to cater here, it could be one of the best quarters in the last 18 months. What is your own expectation on Reliance Industries? What will you be clearly watching out for as an investor in the upcoming earnings tonight?
Hi, Sakshi. Good afternoon to you. Yeah, after a brief consolidation of last 3-4 quarters from Reliance Industries, we can expect some kind of positivity. We can expect some kind of a significant improvement with respect to their EBITDA margins and EBITDA is concerned. One thing is the OTC, oil to chemical business, and the refining margins have been under pressure for Reliance Industries the
Yes.
past last 2 quarters. That's where we can expect some kind of a improvement with respect to OTC business, which was the laggard and which was the dragger in terms of the business is concerned. But the main, the boosters for Reliance Industries, Reliance Retail, Geo, uh, these are the key drivers at this point of time. They are the future drivers for Reliance Industries. As the support has been coming from the oil to chemical business, okay, that's going to be a big booster for Reliance Industries for this quarter. In the previous quarters, uh, the plant was under maintenance for some more days. So there were some kind of a pressure on their EBITDA margins. Uh, and this quarter, we can expect a strong set of numbers for Reliance Industries. And what we believe is the new age businesses that are going to drive the earnings for Reliance Industries the coming next couple of quarters.
Okay, fair point. I hope this has really helped all our viewers out in understanding what kind of earnings can actually come in and how should you be really looking at that. For investors who may be looking at ahead of earnings as an opportunity, since we are expecting better set of numbers this time, is it good to take positions ahead of earnings? Do you think the consolidation that you also pointed out in the last couple of weeks and a month or so, we've seen some improvement in the stock as well. It came up from about 1100 odd levels all the way up to 1500, again hovering around 1400 odd. Is it a good time to start accumulating the stock?
Uh, Definitely, Sakshi, for a
Okay,
long-term investor. Pardon me, I had a bad throat today. Uh,
not at
so
all.
any dip for Reliance Industries is concerned, it's a good opportunity for a longer term investor. It might be boring, it might be testing the patience of one's patience to the core if you observe Reliance Industries in a medium to short term. But definitely for a longer term, still Reliance Industries, the past 25 years, it's given a CAGR return of around 35% to the investors. So for a longer term investor, it gives the stability. It is just like Reliance Industries. Sometimes investors do think that, why I'm holding this large cap in my portfolio. It's just like Sakshi, when we boarded a aircraft, the air hostess and all, they give the demo, and the life jacket is behind your seat. That's what they tell. And we might be thinking, what will I do with that life jacket? But when the time comes, we realize the importance of that life jacket. So Reliance Industries is like a life jacket and a protective one in the portfolio. When the times comes, we realize the value, and in long term, definitely it's a money spinner and wealth creator.
Okay, got that. I hope viewers you've got the idea as to how should you go about Reliance Industries ahead of earnings too. Mr. Patini, we have so many questions coming in, so we'll straight away dive into the question and answer round before we come to our macro discussion again. We have this question from Zamir from Chennai says, I have 2,000 shares of SJVN bought at 85. Is there a long-term view that you could share on SJVN from the renewable energy basket?
Sakshi, with respect to Satluj Jal Vidyut Nigam is concerned, of course, it is a hydro power generating company. But the way the company is coming up, okay, in terms of the green energy prospects, the solar energy prospects are concerned, that's going to give some kind of a booster support for the company in terms of its long-term earnings are concerned. It's a slow mover and a low beta kind of a stock. So investors with the long term, any dip on this stock, you can add on. And at this current price, you can hold on to the stock. Uh, it's a low beta, as I mentioned to you. So the low risk appetite investors also, one can add the stock on dips.
Okay, one can add the stock on dips. Let's take next one. This one is from Vishal from Bengaluru. He says, Sakshi, can I buy Dr. Lal Path Labs at the current levels? And what is your view on this one? The diagnostic space has also been buzzing from the last couple of months. Any suggestion here? It gets very difficult to choose. When it comes to all, the nature of all the companies is exactly the same. The kind of industry opportunities that will exist is also almost similar. But how does one really choose as to which is the stock that one should go with?
Sakshi, in terms of the diagnostic stocks have been concerned, in fact, the healthcare sector, that is hospitals and the diagnostic and also the equipment makers, the medical equipment makers are concerned. So these stocks like Metropolis and all, it looks promising in terms of their valuations are concerned for a medium to longer term. If the investor have a longer term horizon, definitely these are not the stocks for the medium term to short term. Definitely for the longer term, one can add these stocks with a prospect of 2 to 5 years. There are more legs for these stocks in the coming quarters, uh, and they are fully priced in at this point of time. I'm not finding any kind of cheap bargains in this spectrum of stocks, especially the diagnostic stocks are concerned. So any deep cut, any corrections, any dips on the stock, one need to buy these stocks in a staggered manner at this point of time. Among these diagnostic stocks are concerned, Metropolis looks to me with a longer term perspective. They have a strong brand and reach.
Okay, got that. Let's take another one. This one is from one of our viewers. Sindhu Ramdas wants to know about Lupin from the Pharma Pack. Is it a good time to enter?
One can accumulate in a staggered manner. Sachi, Lupin has been in a consolidation phase in the recent past, but given the kind of the long-term prospects are concerned, he can accumulate Lupin and sideways. He can also look for Glenmark Pharma also, which has been rising in the recent past, and strong cash flows are going to emerge in Glenmark Pharma. He can accumulate Lupin and Glenmark.
Okay, let's look at some of the other questions coming in. We have one of our questions is from Sanjay Kumar from Hyderabad. Says, hi Sakshi, I have 100 shares of ITD cementation bought at 68 levels and I can actually hold for next 2 years. Would it be advisable to hold on to ITD cementation?
In terms of their businesses, core businesses concerned, the EPC business, Sakshi, that has
Yes.
been doing good since the
Yes.
investor have 2 years time horizon. He can definitely hold on, but any kind of sudden spots in this company, I do advocate the investor take back his capital and remaining sit back and relax and enjoy the rally in this stock.
Okay, got that. We have this one question from Mohan from Bengaluru. He says, "Hi, Sakshi and Team Business Today Television. I am your core fan. I want to really know about accumulating silver on dips." Well, this question is clearly for you, Mr. Batini. You have discussed this in the past with us on the program on your views on silver vis-a-vis gold, and you clearly said that you are more bullish on silver rather than gold, and that's one thing that you would definitely expect all viewers to ensure that they have in their core portfolio. You did say that some exposure to both gold and silver is mandatory in today's day and age of uncertainty in global environment as well. And we've actually seen from the time that you advised, silver prices have actually shot up to record high levels in a very short period of time as well. 1,15,000 rupees per kilogram is what we are already seeing. Even the commodity experts are looking at even higher prices from here on that could come in. The question from Mohan is it the right time to accumulate silver on dips? I have been accumulating since last 1 year, and I'm actually sitting on profit. So congratulations to you, Mohan, for investing in silver, even though it has been considered as a volatile asset, but you've listened to the advice that's been shared on the program, and you've been consistent with your own investment in silver too, and there you are celebrating the investments and the profits there. Mr. Batini, what would you advise?
Sakshi, when I suggested buying silver, the most disappointed one is my wife. Uh, so I had to take a lot of effort to convince her to buy silver than gold. Of course, it paid off very well. So first of all, he need to convince his wife. And this is on a lighter note, coming in a serious perspective. Of course, uh, the time the global geopolitical escalations have been rising up, we turn positive with respect to the precious metals are concerned. It can be silver, gold. If the investor is a HNA or if he is affordable, he can also look for platinum investing also. There are platinum ETFs also available. Or he can buy in the market the platinum also. So the precious metals, because of the rising geopolitical issues and also the way the central banks have been buying gold, uh, that has been the main reason for the. Of course, when compared to the gold, silver is a high beta one, and we at this age we can like to take some kind of a high beta stocks. So at this point of time, high beta precious metal can be best suitable for anyone's portfolio. That's where the silver come into the picture, and also the industrial use, the way the EV, the mobile, and the chip makers are concerned. Everything comes up in a uh, explicit way, the in a visible way, the silver is used. So that is the reason the greater demand for silver has been emerging in the markets. So that's how silver could able to rise. And one thing one need to keep in mind: the monetary policies across the globe, they can print more money, but they can't produce more precious metals. That's where the demand for these precious metals are going to come up. So any dip definitely as a part of diversification, one need to have silver or gold in their portfolio. It is up to them whether to hold in ETF or whether to hold the physical one is depends upon the individual requirement and convenience.
Okay, fair point. I hope all the viewers who've been looking at the surging prices of gold and silver of late and had been finding it difficult to take a decision, you've got some understanding as to how to really look at the opportunities that present themselves and definitely take a decision based on that too. One more question that we will take is from Satyanarayan Rao Kulkarni. He says, sir, within Bajaj Auto or Hero Moto, which one is good for long term within the two-wheeler pack? Difficult one to choose?
Actually, one thing is Bajaj has been the market leaders, and they have been doing a lot of innovation in terms of their product enhancement is concerned. Of course, they tried with respect to the CNG that has not given the market returns, the yields as they expected. But somewhere the heroes have been losing their momentum. So I would suggest the investor, okay, he can choose uh, uh, the Bajaj or TVS. These are the two things looking promising, okay, for a medium to longer term perspective. My choice is in between. First, the TVS, okay, they have been doing well in the EV space also. And if you observe the charts of TVS, in the past year, one of the strong wealth creator for the investors. Investors tend to ignore it. So my first choice would be TVS, and of course, I can't ignore Bajaj. Okay, one can add Bajaj also in tips.
Okay, got that. I hope this has answered your question. Towards the end, Mr. Batini, we have a lot of questions from like Ankur Jaya asking, Kranti sir, can you please help us understand one or two stock ideas for the next 1 year that we can hold on to, which can create a lot of wealth? That question never fails to come in when Mr. Batini you come and people are always looking to find out some multi-bagger ideas from you, especially looking at the kind of research and the choice of stocks that you always share. What would you advise? Is there any fresh stock that has come onto your radar of late?
Sakshi, whenever I'm on your show, you tend to ask this question. And last time when we had a discussion, I
Yes.
told you about a stock by name uh, John Cockrell. The stock has been
Yes.
risen. To my surprise, it's risen 60% in the past 1 month and so. So any dip in the stock, one can add. One can add. The prospects looks good, and also one can look for stocks like Godavari biorefineries. Okay, the company is into ethanol, and also the company has diversified into the cancer research, and the company has been getting very positive in terms of their cancer research progress is concerned. In fact, the stock has risen from 250 to 315 levels in the recently. So any dip in the stock one can add, but do your own research and take your financial advisor advice, okay, before taking any big positions.
Okay, fantastic. Well, Mr. Vatini, it's always a pleasure to have you with us on the program and to seek such wonderful insights on the markets and the stock ideas that you always share with all our viewers that they cherish. Thank you so much. Appreciate your time. Take care of your health. We'll be seeing you soon on another edition.
Thank you, Sashi. Always my pleasure to share my views. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, viewers, we'll now wrap it up on that note as far as Daily Call's current edition is concerned. I could see that there are so many more questions that we could not take today. So don't be disheartened. Keep sending all your questions and we'll try to maximum cover all your questions in the next week when we'll be back on Monday. So don't worry about it. We will take all your questions. Keep sending them on our WhatsApp group. And of course, 176 of points of a fall on the Nifty, 24,933. We are actually slipping even further. So let's see whether the market's momentum will be softer ahead of some of the big bank, three big earnings that are coming in today. Reliance in the evening, tomorrow ICICI Bank and HDFC Bank, all three having extremely high weightage on the markets, and we'll see how these earnings come out, and that could probably see how the markets will react next week. So stay tuned. Of course, market coverage will continue. We'll also have earnings conversations to follow, and of course at 3 p.m. we'll have the closing edition. So stay tuned for that too.
No, we're not planning on doing anything. We're very concerned. He's doing a little renovation for $2.5 billion of the Fed, building a